Yo, what is up YouTube? We are back with another video, and in this video we are going over the week 3 results for the Deck Out Series 1 PTCGL online tournament. We're going to start off with what is the Deck Out Series 1 online tournament. Well, the Deck Out Series 1 online tournament is a free to enter online tournament hosted through limitless.com as well as Pokemon Trading Card Game Live. This tournament takes place every Thursday at 7 p.m. EST. Like I said, this was a free to enter tournament, and the prize support for this tournament is pretty good. You have 5th to 8th place gets $5 each, 3rd to 4th gets $15, 2nd gets $30, and 1st place gets $50 store credit, which is very solid pricing considering it is a free to enter tournament. Let's go over the meta for this week. We did have a few less players than the previous week, but we still had a pretty solid amount of players. The Lost Box archetype, that includes like Rayquaza, Goodra, Giratina, was in first place with 18 players. Lugia V-Star was in second place with 10 players. Mew VMAX was in third place with 6 players. And then Other had 16 players. Other decks, there's stuff like Darkrai V-Star. I think there was like a Durant again. Some Rapid Strike, Urshifu decks. Just like some other generic decks, as well as Reggie's and Arceus variants are included in that other category. Before we get into the top 8 deck lists, this tournament is sponsored by and run by Deck Out Gaming. They are an amazing online store where you can buy anything Pokemon related, a few other TCGs, but mainly Pokemon. If you're going to be buying anything from Deck Out Gaming, you can use my promo code YBMCards. This saves you 5% off at checkout. It helps the channel as well as it helps you save a little bit of money, and it helps fund these online tournaments. So we're going to start off with the first place list. First place this week was the Mew VMAX archetype with DTE. Now this list is different from your standard Mew VMAX DTE list because this does play 3 Marnies instead of Judge, as well as it does play 2 Path to the Peak, which is standard, but it plays 1 Collapse Stadium and 1 Crystal Cave. So it's playing no Lost City whatsoever. I think this deck might have, or this player might have missed all the Reggie players that were playing, because I don't know how you beat Reggie without the Lost City. In second place, we have a Lugia V-Star deck, but this is different from the Lugia V-Star decks you usually see. I actually did lose to this deck in top 8. This is a Lugia V-Star list that plays a Gengar VMAX. Because usually you see stuff like Radiant Charizard, Raikou, Yveltal, but this one just says Gengar VMAX with 4 single strike energies is going to just one-shot anything on format. To get around stuff like Duraludon, you do play 2 Path to the Peak, and you can obviously just one-shot the Duraludon VMAX with Gengar VMAX's high hit point attack. In third place, we have an Arc Duraludon list. This list honestly looks pretty standard to what you'll see most of the time. You have the 4-2 Arceus line, 2-3 Duraludon line, you have the single strike Mustard, and then you have everything else as a pretty standard count. In fourth place, we have another Mew VMAX list. This is the list I play. It's the exact same list as the one from week 1 and the exact same placement. I got 4th again. I'm aiming for that first place. Hopefully I can do it at least once during this season. Nothing too notable to mention. You do have the 1 Avery. The 1 Avery is in the list because against Reggies, you want to hit them with the Avery because they'll get rid of 2 of their worst Reggies. Then you're going to hit them with the Escape Rope, pushing the Pokemon with the Gift Energy to the back, and they're going to have to give you one of the Reggies that they didn't discard with the Avery, and then you're going to Lost City that. That is going to make the Reggie player have to get 3 Reggies back into play, with one of them being in the Lost Zone, as well as they didn't get the draw off the Gift Energy, which does hurt the Reggie player significantly. In 5th place, we have a Goodra V-Star list. This Goodra V-Star list, very standard, 3-3 Goodra line. You have the 1 Lumineon, 1 Drapion V. You also have the 3 Temple of Sinnoh and 1 Big Parasol to get around that amazing rare Yveltal from most Lugia lists. Now in 6th place, we have a Lost Box list. This is the Turbo Lost Box with the Forest Seal Stone. Basically with this list, you're just trying to get to 7 as soon as possible so you can make use of that Dragonite V. The reason you play Forest Seal Stone is because you can attach the Forest Seal Stone to a Dragonite V and then use it to grab a Lost Vacuum, and then use Lost Vacuum to get rid of the Forest Seal Stone and another card, effectively putting you 2 more cards into the Lost Zone. This deck also plays a Raikou V, 2 Sableye, 1 Cramorant, and a Kyogre from Celebrations as your kind of final attack of the game. Now in 7th place, we have another Lost Box list. This is the Lost Box Rayquaza, but you do have a lot of attackers here. You have the 2 Rayquaza, 2 Sableye, 2 Cramorant, 1 Thumping Snore Snorlax. You have a Drapion V, a Giratina V, and an amazing rare Raikou. Technically, you also have the Radiant Greninja, but this list does not play any water energy, so you're not going to be attacking with that. This is definitely one of the Lost Box lists I've seen with the most one-ofs in it. You think you have what? 1, 2, 3. You have 4 one-of attackers in this list. Pretty sketchy. Other than that, it does look pretty standard. Aside from the one-of Lost Vacuum and one-of Choice Belt, you don't see too often, as well as the one-of Serena instead of a Boss's Orders. You are very high on the Raihan count. This deck played 3 Raihan, which is actually very high. Usually you see it as a 2 or 1 count. And in 8th place, we have a Hisuian Goodra V-Star list. This list is very, very standard. No bells and whistles, just straight to the point. You have the 4 Comfey, 3-3 Hisuian Goodra line, 2 Drapion V, so you're just hoping Drapion can carry you in the Mew matchup. The 1 Lumineon, 1 Cramorant, and 1 Radiant Greninja. You also have 4 Colossus Experiment, 3 Boss, 1 Marnie, and 1 Roxanne. I wonder why the Marnie is in this list over like a second Roxanne or maybe another consistency card. You do have the 4-4 Water with the 4 Capture and the 3 Temple of Sinnoh with 1 Big Parasol. I do like this list. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll leave a link in the description so you can sign up to the next upcoming Deck Out Gaming online tournament. That will be week 4. I look forward to seeing all you people playing. I'm going to try my best to aim for the first place, but if I don't make it there, hopefully some other people watching this video do. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.